Hey everyone, my name is Bushra Azhar. I'm the founder of the Persuasion Revolution, and I teach tiny businesses how to make big bucks using the psychology of persuasion. I am also an international best-selling author. Stop. See, the problem with this kind of start is that it's just so me-focused. And what it does is that if you are someone who is cynical, if you are someone who thumbs their nose at everything on the internet, those who like to spend hours questioning the theory of evolution, or you're someone who likes to, spend days arguing why Earth just doesn't seem like it is round, those kind of cynical people. So if you're one of those cynical people and you see this video, you're like, who the hell is she? Why is she talking about herself? Why should I even be interested in what she has to say, right? That's the problem. That is the problem. And that is the problem I am going to teach you how to eradicate today, because today I'm giving you a very simple formula on how to establish instant trust, even with cynical know-it-alls. You know all about those cynical know-it-alls. I am that cynical know-it-all when it comes to a lot of things, really. But if you were to use this formula on me, even though I know you're using a formula on me, it would still work. And here's what the formula is. No, but stop, no. Since I have you hooked on and since you're interested in me sharing the formula with you, I might as well make an ask. If you're here, you see me and you hear me okay, and you appreciate the 3 kilos of makeup that I plastered on my face for this Facebook Live, please let me know in the comments that you can see me and my face and my makeup and the hair and the lashes and all of those things that I put in just for you. And also, please take a moment to share this broadcast. Why? Because it makes me happy, and also because it makes you look smart, because you hang out with me. And yeah, it either makes you look smart or makes you look stupid, either way. Yeah, share it, please. So I'm going to do the same thing, and you should do the same thing. And then I'll come back and share the formula with you, because I am nice like that. Okay, let's do this. Okay, please go on and share this, because it is awesome. And I'm doing 30 days of persuasion, by the way. I haven't done anything for 30 days, ever, especially when it involves moving my ass or working out. So I'm really impressed with myself. Okay, let's now talk about the formula. And what is that formula? The formula is called You Plus Me, a Love Story. Now, you can use this formula in anything that requires you to establish instant trust. You can do that if you are going to be giving a presentation to someone else's audience. You can do that in your own sales presentations. You can do that if you're doing a coaching call. You can do that if you're trying to sell someone over the phone. You can use that in an email. You can use that on your about page. You can use that on your sales page. You can use that on your, basically you can use it everywhere, really. Just get it. But you need to understand what the formula is. It's not just about you plus me, a love story. It's not that simple. There is a lot of science behind it. And the biggest reason this formula works so beautifully is because it leads with you. It leads with the person that you are talking to. So there are 3 parts to this formula. Now, you can, again, use these parts when you're having a conversation one-on-one, or you're doing a video, or you can even have this conversation, have these 3 parts when you're writing an email or even a sales page. It works in every situation. It works beautifully, by the way, for about pages. So if you're writing an about page, then you can totally use this formula. Okay. So the you part is where you call out to the person that you're talking to, whoever your ideal buyer is, whoever your ideal prospect is, your person that you normally talk to, whoever that person is. But you don't just call them out. You just don't say, hey, small business owner, look at me. No. You call them out and you explain who they are, what they are going through, what their mental situation is, what their financial situation is, what their demographic situation is, everything that you possibly can say about them without alienating all the others. So don't just say you are a 180-pound woman with 2.5 children living in the suburbs of someplace. Don't make it too specific, but use those psychographic details that define who she is. So talk to her. This is who you are. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to a small business owner who is stuck in this, who's surrounded by all this lame, weird advice on the internet, doesn't really know what to do with that advice, who moves from one thing to the next, doesn't really know which one is the best path to choose. Whoever your ideal buyer is, whatever it goes through her mind, whatever her mental struggle is, describe it. That is the first part of your formula. The second part of your formula is you, as in me. So you already talked about who that the other person is. The second part of the formula is where you talk about who you are. So this is who I am, and make sure that everything that you talk about yourself, it is not just about how great you are, but it should be about how it positions you as someone that they should be trusting, because you can give them the solution to whatever their mental trauma is, mental situation is. So the you part is where you describe who they are. The me part is where you describe who you are. And then the third part is the love story. So you, and I'm going to give you lots of examples, so don't freak out. So the you part is where you describe who they are. Me part is where you describe who you are and why you are the right person to address their problem. And then the love story is where you paint a picture of how you can change the world together. Because again, if you only talk about how you're going to solve their problem, then that makes it seem like a very small scope. We all want to stand for things that are bigger than ourselves. We all want to stand for, yes, we want to alleviate our problems, but we also want to stand for things that are bigger than ourselves. We also want to be part of a movement. So you plus me, a love story, is a formula where you tell them, this is who you are. This is why I choose to work with people like you. And this is who I am. This is why I'm the right person to provide the solution. And together we are going to create this thing. Together we are going to create the freedom that you've been looking for. Together we're going to create the body that you've been looking for. And in doing so, allow all mothers to have the same kind of six-pack ab, whatever you stand for, whatever your business mission is. So that is the formula. And I'm going to give you a few examples of how this formula would work. So as an example, if you are, let's just say, a website designer, right? Your you plus me equals a love story formula would say something like, you are a small business owner who is deathly embarrassed of her digital presence. She doesn't want to give anyone her website address because she's afraid of it. She constantly thinks that she needs to have a new website, but she doesn't know, she doesn't have the budget. She's surrounded by all of those people who tell her that she should be spending $10,000 on a website if she wants to look professional. Describe her demographic details. Describe her psychographic details. What is the mental process that she's going through, right? And don't spend 3 paragraphs on it. Just one paragraph, 3 or 4 or 5 lines. And then, hey, so that's the you part, done. Then, hey, my name is Bushra. I am a website designer who works with people just like you because I understand the struggle that it takes, right? So that is the line. That is your connector between you and me. Because if you are going to be making a love story together, you want to make sure that the connector actually makes sense. Okay, first of all, I'm just going to stop here and ask, does that make sense? Does that make sense to you? Does that formula make sense to you? Are you taking notes, or are you like, what are you talking about? I don't really get it. I'm not really sure I understand what that means. Please let me know, because I want to know what you think about this, what's going through your mind. Are you thinking, oh, that makes so much sense? Or are you thinking, that doesn't really make sense? And honestly, if it makes sense, then you have to share this or leave a comment, give me a heart, let me know. Okay. So the me part is where you describe, first of all, the connecting line, right? How I understand what you're going through. And that is why I choose to work with people like you, because they have been burned by so many other website designers. And I'm here to finally put that pain to rest. Then you talk about your secret sauce. What is it? What is your secret sauce? What is the formula that you use to make sure that they will forever be rid of that mental trauma that they go through every time they think about their website, right? So share a little bit of that. I have developed a website in a weekend system that allows anyone, even if they are tech noobs, to put together a website in as little as a weekend, and it looks professional and it looks beautiful. I'm not a website designer, so you know, I don't even have any design aesthetic, so I have trouble working with that example, but I just wanted to share that example for you. So I've developed this system, and this is what it does. Together we can, when you work with me, and again, not using if, but using when, is a huge change when you're trying to establish that love story. So you're going to presuppose that they will work with you. So you're not going to say, if you work with me, you're going to say, when you work with me. This is a great tip. I should do another session on just this tip. Anyhow, when you work with me, I will allow you to, or I will show you how to, or I will give it to you a website in a weekend that will finally alleviate all of your problems. And then And then we can finally spread the message, because it has to tie on into something bigger. It can't just be, I will make a great website for you that you'll be really proud of, because that's not really a love story. That's not something that's bigger than ourselves. We want people to believe that they are a part of something that's just bigger than what they are going through. So, and once you have your great website and you start making lots of money with your website, and you start getting clients from all over the place because of your website, then we can both spread this message. We can spread this message that you don't need to spend $10,000 to pay. So you kind of fall back to the same point that she had, the biggest objection that she had, and you turn it into that big, massive movement, right? So I'm just gonna, my about page, if you can go check it out yourself, but I'm just gonna read out my about page too, just so that you understand how I use that formula on my own about page. Because what's the point of teaching you something if I'm not going to be doing it? Yeah, it doesn't matter. And yes, I'm wiping sweat off my face because it's hot. It's still hot in Saudi. I don't understand what's wrong with us. Okay. So you like this formula? Love this formula? Please tell me you love this formula, because it is a kick-ass formula that you can use for anything, honestly. Okay, I'm sure you do. I'm assuming you do. You better do. It's going to make me very unhappy. You don't want to see me unhappy. Okay, you do. Okay, so my about page. You don't want to smile, open and with teeth showing, make eye contact. Damn it. You don't want to power shake. You don't want to build rapport, look for common interest and pretend you like. You also like your geckos to a tad warm. So I'm kind of talking about things that people tell you if you want to be persuasive, you got to do them. You don't have to give compliments. You need a persuasion revolution. So that was you, and that the next part is me. You need a persuasion revolution because it's not just about saying the right things. It's not just about having a strong argument. It's not just about building rapport or being nice or sweet or authentic. To build a business that puts amounts with multiple zeros in your pocket, you must learn how to get inside people's brain. You must. That's where I come in. I help the frustrated, the lost, and the uber confused bulldoze their way through counter arguments and objections effortlessly and gracefully, like a ballerina on roller skates. And then I talk a little bit about my story. So I've expanded on, the me part. I also expanded on the you part. And then it's entirely up to you how you want to go with this. And then I talk about that kind of tying into the bigger picture. I talk about, I believe in those things. I believe that a world for this. I believe that human beings are irrational. I believe that when a person takes a road less traveled. So I kind of talk about my beliefs and my value code. So a very simple twist on the you plus me equals a love story formula. But again, it works for everything. You can use it in any situation. You're talking to your manager for a pay raise, you can use this exact formula. I've used it many times. So where you're talking about your evaluation, you could say, yes, I understand as a manager or as whoever you are looking for someone who's this and this and this, who does not cut corners, who does not come late every morning, who will take the week off when you are meeting a deadline. That's who you are. That's what you're looking for. And I am someone who has never done it. Look at this, look at this, look at this. My system, I make sure that I'm here on time, etc., etc., etc. And honestly, with this raise, with this promotion, I am going to just blow the department out of the park. We will be meeting our targets, etc., etc. So you plus me, it is a beautiful formula. You plus me equals a love story is a beautiful formula because it allows you to establish the need of you without first starting with you. And that is such a huge, massive difference. When you start with you, I am someone that you should hire because I'm the best out there. No, if you're going for an interview, start with the company. So you are a company who has been, and obviously do your research, you're a company who has been going through this and they're looking for this and they have this and they have these challenges. Don't dwell too much on challenges, but just kind of paint a picture of what they're like. And then I am someone who brings this. You plus me equals a love story. It's a beautiful, beautiful formula. You can use it for anything. And I promise your life and your persuasion argument will forever be improved. Yes, I am nice like that. Okay, if you enjoyed this broadcast, please take a moment to share this one more time because that will make me really happy. Also, leave a comment to let me know what was your biggest takeaway from this lesson and how you plan to use it, this particular formula in your own online persuasion efforts. If you're looking for more tips on how to embed persuasion inside your brain cells and never struggle with maybe ever again, then you should go check out my international best-selling book called Mass Persuasion Method. It is available on Amazon. The book is only for $14, but when you buy a paperback, I am going to give you $800 worth of bonuses, which are absolutely kick-ass. So go check out the book. It's called Mass Persuasion Method. The link to check out the book and claim your bonuses is bit.ly/mpmbook. I will also link it out. So go check it out. Tara will also drop the link in the comments, or I will drop the link once I'm done with this broadcast. Go check it out. Get the book. You will love the book, and also you will love the bonuses that come with the book. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow with another lesson. And until then, stay cool, be nice to each other, and don't be a cynical know-it-all all the time. It doesn't suit you. Bye-bye.